Hey there, this is Katie with the channel Weather Shaman. Welcome if you're new, and a big hello to my returning subscribers. Today I am joined by my shaman teacher, Dale Stacy. He has agreed to film this video with me to talk about his newest book, Simply Shaman, Modern Shaman, Way of the Turtle, Simply Aware, Simply Connected. An amazing book. I highly recommend that you check this out, and I have it on my Amazon storefront. Be sure to check out the link below this video. And first, I'm going to have Dale introduce himself so you can get to know about my shaman teacher, where I've received all of the wisdom which helped me to create this channel.
Oh, thank you, Katie. I think you already had a lot of wisdom before we met. So I'm Dale, and I'm author of the Simply Shaman, Modern Shaman. So this is part of a four-part series of the Simply Shaman series, and they're all available on Amazon. This particular book is just an outreach for the basic and the advanced shaman, because we all travel the spiral of life, and so we really can't say things are beginning or advanced, because even as an advanced shaman, you may see something in the book that will just remind you of another way of doing the same thing you've always done. So it also helps. But the way I got started with shamanism is, after high school, I did my patriotic duty, joined the Air Force. I was security policeman stationed in Montana guarding a nuclear ICBM. So I did my military duty for 6 years and completed college here in North Carolina at North Carolina State in criminal justice, political science. My intent was to be a federal law enforcement officer, but I decided to stay local. I wanted to stay here in this area. At that time, it felt like this was my post, to be in this part of North Carolina. So I was a police officer here in town with the Greensboro Police. I did that for 14 years. So really I had about 20 years of carrying a gun and trying to enforce the law and being a constitutional police officer and helping people the best you can. And then our path changed as with Jeanne, my wife, we got called to the ministry. And we found that we couldn't find a church that met our requirements to have this broad sense of shamanism, because we had dealt with other parts of spirituality. And so we decided to create Earth Star Spiritual Center. So it started as just a Tai Chi school, and then we did that for 3 years, and then we decided to make it a church in 2002. So here we are at Earth Star Spiritual Center, and the good fortune is we happen to meet Katie through all of this, so that's wonderful.
And I'm glad you brought up Jeanne. I'm glad she's here too. Jeanne, come on over and say hello real quickly so they can get to know you too. A star that helped to make this book come true. I saw in the back that you mentioned your beautiful wife. This is Jeanne.
Hi everyone, and I'm not going to be on the camera.
Yes, so
she is my loving editor, because Jeanne she's an English major. That's what she majored in college. So it makes it very nice to be able to sleep with my editor and have all the corrections in-house.
Yes, that's awesome. A bonus.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that, Dale. I think it's very interesting that you went from being in the police force and the military and then going through this huge spiritual transformation and becoming a shaman. That is quite the transformation.
Yes, it is. And of course, the one thing that all it has in common is service to others. Mm-hmm. So that's what the military taught me. That's what the police department taught me. And then, of course, being in the ministry of service to others. And I really hope that other folks can realize that that's why we're here, to be of service to others. And that really is shamanism.
I love that. Yes, getting out of self and more into service to others. That's what it's all about with this ascension process.
Yes.
I love that. And I wanted to also ask if you guys noticed there is a turtle on this book, and that is the main animal totem, and I absolutely love it. Turtles are just wonderful. They come into my reality to remind me to slow down, and that slow and steady wins the race. But I know there's a deeper meaning behind why Dale chose this as the cover of his book. So tell us why the turtle.
Okay. Well, the nature of this book is that it is for the new awakening shaman, but again, also it's for the advanced shaman too, just to help people to have an understanding. And with the way of the turtle, the turtle travels with its home on its back. So it is always, wherever turtle is, that's home. And it always has everything there. And the beautiful thing about the turtle and symbolism is that it has 13 sections on every turtle shell. And so if we can take those 13 sections and apply a particular aspect of life, a perspective of life, we can find that even though we have 13 sections, they're still all included within one shell. So just like the great diamond perspective we have about life. And also through our Cherokee studies with Dr. J.T. Garrett and the Full Circle teachings that we would go through usually every year. And he has several books also. Just look at J.T. Garrett, Dr. J.T. Garrett, Cherokee. And also we had talked about the turtle medicine quite a bit, and how the turtle, turtle always knows where they want to go. It may take them a while to get there, but they definitely know to go. So it was a great image to have for the basic and the new shaman just trying to find their way within this grand world of shamanism. Yeah. And also, the turtle, the 13, that also represents either the 13 full moons or new moons every year. So very sacred that way. And also the 13 menses that you goddesses have, right, once a month. So it represents that, the 13 times you have that every year. So,
I didn't realize it was 13
yes.
in a year.
Yeah,
Wow.
So every 28-day cycle, yeah.
Wow.
Just like the moon, right?
So there's some sacred geometry in here too, in the
Yes.
turtle shell. It's got deeper meaning. It's really, really neat. I love it. Yes, that's great. And I love how it talks about addressing the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical aspects of healing.
Right. And you notice on the cover that the head has got aloha, because that's always what we want to be. We always want to be about aloha. We want to make sure that that's why we're heading in that direction, and we want to make sure that that's our foundation for every direction in life, to have and be of aloha consciousness or love consciousness. Because as we know, love is in every moment. We just have to make sure that we're aware that love is there. And we have to find that love and discover it and use that love, because it's great power.
I love that. I do. And I love how you have a heart on the head and the tail. That's so cute. So, other people have asked me this. In your own words, how would you describe what is a shaman?
Yeah, okay. What a shaman is any person who can influence their reality with the conscious harmony of mind, body, and spirit. Now, all of us influence our reality with mind, body, and spirit, because that's how we create, right? The mind decides a pattern. It thinks up what it wants to do, so it creates that little initial thrust. And then the body, of course, it follows that instruction, because the body is the child, the subconscious. So it does what the mind tells it to do. And then our spirit, of course, inspires us and gives us the energy to bring that creation into full fruition. So now as a shaman, we consciously do this. So we make sure that we consciously have these shamanic thoughts of aloha consciousness. That way our body acts in aloha consciousness, and our spirit then helps us to create and inspires us with aloha consciousness. So that's what a shaman is, or at least, and even as a modern shaman or tribal shaman, it's the same thing. We're trying to create and influence some sort of reality. So with modern shamanism, and what I'm teaching is to make sure that aloha consciousness is the forefront and the main point of that creation.
Wonderful. That's a very in-depth response, Dale.
Yes, it is.
I love that. That's great. So how is this shaman book that you have written different from your other shaman books?
Yeah. So this one being geared more for the basic and awakening shaman, but again, it can also be for those who are on the medium road of shamanism, or those who've been doing shamanism for quite a while, because it's all a spiral of life, so we're all on the same road. This is just to help those who are beginning to notice how they are aware of things. So I have 9 chapters just on being aware of just the life and everything around you, just to let you know, yes, you are in touch. And then we have the remaining 13 chapters deals with connecting with that awareness. So we have different aspects from the turtle shell, helping us to connect with each one of those facets to let us know that we're probably more connected than we actually think we are.
I love that. And you said a huge important thing here, awareness.
Yes.
That is something I think a lot of people lack in today's society,
Yes.
is awareness.
Yes.
And it is so important that we learn how to become more aware with today's ever-changing world. There's just so much technology and so many distractions around us. And I saw that You know, in your book, one of my favorite meditations in here is on page 33, and I love that numerological
Yes.
number. An awareness meditation that you have written to help people to become more aware of what's going on in the present moment, right here, right now. And I thought it would be lovely if you carried us through this out of your book.
Yes, let's do that. Let me put on my shaman glasses so I can see clear. Okay. Yeah, so if you will, just get nice and relaxed and just either lie down or just sit in a comfortable chair. Okay? So find a quiet spot somewhere. Now just look around and just listen. So use your sense of sight and hearing. And then if you will, touch something nearby. So use that sense of touch. So look, listen, and touch. And now just breathe gently. You don't have to worry about any deep breaths or nose breathing or mouth breathing. Just breathe gently. And intentionally be conscious of your surroundings. See, hear, and touch with all your being. And now with awareness, see the beauty. Look all around you. See the beauty in everyone, everything. And for those who are auditory, hear the beauty. Hear the beauty in everyone and everything. And then those of you who are kinesthetic, feel the beauty. So touch something and just feel the beauty within it. Now notice how still you are on the outside and inside. Notice your heart rate, your breathing rate. Notice the calm, the harmony, the peace. Now in your mind, say thank you. And now in a whisper, say aloud, thank you to your surroundings. And then in a normal voice, with that volume, say thank you so those vibrations flow throughout your environment.
Thank you.
So be aware, you just did an awareness ritual. So say thank you aloud 3 times.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now just allow your thoughts to imagine and notice what comes up. Peace and stillness have a way of bringing forth truth. And then when you're ready to stop this awareness meditation, just say thank you again to your surroundings. And just gently walk away. Hello.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Dale. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie.
It's amazing how you can get into the present moment and become aware that quickly when you just slow down just for 5 minutes.
Yes. Simply noticing and breathing. Yes. Being aware of our central awareness, just to see, hear, feel, touch, and then with just a few simple breaths. You know, this is the way our body is geared. This is our default. And it's all these other things we do that keep us away from doing that. So if we can just get away and just be still, it costs you nothing to do this.
I love that. And, you know, I was reading in your book about, you know, you recommended going to museums and parks and different sites and pay attention to how you feel and what you observe when you're there. And that can really help us to be more mindful as well. Did you want to tell us more about that?
Yes, because these are places of beauty. So, you know, I have a section of the book. So when you go to Indian and native lands, go to all those beautiful places that have been cared for, the rivers, the mountains. When you go to the museums, those are places of beauty, even the natural history museums, all this culture. You know, recognize the beauty and especially the beauty of humanity and how we've been here for well over maybe 3.5 million years or so, and now look at us, we're 8 billion people strong. I mean, we keep progressing and evolving, so we want to be aware of that beauty that's not only in our surroundings, and recognize that that beauty is within each one of us, because the beauty is in everyone, everything, everywhere. We just have to be aware of that. So, you know, going to college campuses, schools. Now, I'm not saying go to a school and pull out a powwow drum and start drumming it in the middle of the campus, you know. I mean,
that would be cool,
right,
though.
Right, it'd be cool. You know, some places are private schools, so you really can't do that. But, you know, the public universities and places, I mean, they're full of these huge oak trees and nice little places where you can just sit on the ground. I mean, it's a beautiful place to be. So take advantage of all the things that are around us, and simply that's just being aware. Be aware of the beauty that's around us and the things that are really very budget friendly. You know, you can drive or walk there or ride your bicycle, partake of the energy. I mean, we have so many city parks, county parks, state parks, national parks. So take advantage of all that and absorb that beauty and allow yourself to be calm on the inside, because then you become the beauty of that place, and that's what we want. Yeah. Again, very simple things to do. It doesn't cost you anything, but you gain everything just from doing these nice little simple awareness exercises.
I love that. And, you know, when you were talking, I was thinking about the importance of us learning to become more of the observer rather than the one talking all the time, to learn to listen and not talk so much.
Yes.
That's something I've learned on my journey, is how to do that. And, you know, when I'm in nature by myself, it's the best place to really learn to just listen. I mean, hearing the birds and seeing the squirrels and, you know, seeing the trees. There's really a symphony going on.
Yes, yes.
And it's just a beautiful thing.
Yep, we just have to take the time. You know, it doesn't take long. Within a minute, you know, if you can get calm, the animals will respond, and you'll start hearing them sing. You'll see the squirrels and bunnies running, and, you know, because now you're part of the environment. You're not an outsider, because they're very sensitive to our vibrations. And if we're all hurried and we just spilled our coffee and we're running around and we're looking at our phones, you know, that vibration is not part of that environment. So we're going to make sure that we feel ourselves in our natural defaulted sense, which is calm.
Okay, I'm getting the intuitive sense that somebody watching this video, who plans to watch this video, may feel stuck in the 8 to 5 matrix, or in the police force, or in the military right now, and they're feeling a spiritual awakening coming on, and they're feeling the need to get out and to start a new way of life, but they feel trapped and they feel stuck and they're not sure how to pursue a new way of life or this shaman journey. What would you recommend to somebody stuck in the corporate world still, or somebody still stuck in the police force or the military that wants out, but they feel like they can't because they're contracted? What do you have any experience, strength, and hope there?
Yes. Well, first of all, realize that shamans are in every position on Mother Earth, and that's what we want. Remember, we can't have all of us shamans moving to a commune, living in the middle of the woods, and we don't service the rest of humanity or Mother Earth. So be the shaman wherever you are, because you are. If you're of service, if your job is of service, and make sure that, you know, if you have a positive impact and it's legal, and you have a job that you're doing, you are serving someone something. Whatever job you're in, it provides a service. So recognize that you are a shaman in that particular profession, let alone that it's also providing a livelihood for you now to help you to get to a place where you can maybe move on to different spiritual aspects of life. So realize that where you are now is the perfect place. Make it the perfect place, knowing that you are being of service and you are being a shaman in that area. Just make sure you understand that's who you are and what you're doing for now. And then once you realize that, you can start to plan what is your next step. So how do you see yourself in 1 week, in 1 month, in 6 months, in 1 year, in 5 years, in a decade? Where do you want to be? And start making your active steps. Remember, we're shamans, so we actively and consciously influence our reality. So in your mind, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? How do you want to get there? Okay, and then that way your body has a set of instructions. So begin doing that. Begin doing research. Begin learning new things, new skills, and then believe that your spirit will help create that, because that's how powerful you are. Okay, so realize that where you are now is great. Just realize that you're a shaman where you are now, and continue to be of service till you can move on.
I love that. I absolutely love that. That's a really good answer. And I'm going to close with this. In the book, towards the end, you had this acronym, THINK.
Think.
And it says, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I love that. I really, really do. For us to be more aware
Yes.
of when we're speaking and when we're sharing information. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I just wanted you to just maybe elaborate on that, and then, yeah.
Yes, and that'll give us a nice perspective on how you want to portray your type of shamanism.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a wonderful acronym to do that. So it'll be in the back of the book, and who knows, we may can even take that and put it up on the post with a video. Put a link
Cool.
to it. I'll make a picture. And
Awesome.
we'll put that on for people to link to it on the website and things. Just know that, just like the turtle, wherever you are, that is your shaman home. So whether it's at work, or whether it's in a residence, or whether you're on vacation, you're out with friends, you're just like the turtle. You have your shell with you. There's 13 aspects of who you are. So realize that all of that is just being one. So wherever you are, be the shaman.
I love that. I love that. Wherever you are. Yep. Be, see, hear, and feel the love in every given moment.
Yes, outstanding.
Yes, I love that. So be sure to check out Dale's website, earthstarspiritualcenter.org, and I will leave the website below this as well for upcoming classes, events, informations, meditation in the Greensboro, North Carolina area. It's amazing. I highly recommend his classes and his meditation circles. They're fabulous. They really, really are. And he also has a YouTube channel as well, where he records a lot of awesome meditations and Qigong and all these wonderful things. So I'm going to link his YouTube channel as well. I encourage you to head over there and subscribe, give him some love and support, because this channel would not be possible without him. I promise you that.
You're so kind.
Well, it's the truth. And thank you for everything you've taught me. Thank you for the wisdom you've shared. And I'm so excited for you all to check out this book. It's amazing. So whether you're on a new shamanic journey or you're an experienced shaman, there are some gold nuggets in this book for you either way. So be sure to check it out. Once again, I'll leave the Amazon link below. And yeah, so did you want to share anything else, Dale?
Well, we have, based on the book, we have a shaman school starting end of this month, September. So it'll be September 30th, I think. It'll meet on Saturday from 1 to 5. And we're going to have 13 classes, and that should take us all the way into next summer. And it'll be on different chapters within the book to keep us apprised of being aware and being connected. And it's just 4 hours on a Saturday, so that shouldn't take up too much of your time. I know we all got things to do, so but just go on the website or find us on Facebook, Earth Star Spiritual Center, and you can register there.
Awesome, terrific, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on here, Dale. I really appreciate you. And beautiful soul, thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this space with us today. You can revisit this video as many times as you please and revisit that awareness meditation that Dale kindly led us through in the middle of this video. And I'm sending you an abundance of peace, love, and light from us to you. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste and much love.
Aloha.